here in the early going.
Cleon Lang wasn't real happy with his rankings in the top 50, 45th in that group.
Guys from that original team back in 2014 still on this roster. Now here's Wilder Jr. again, and he'll push it ahead. That's a first down for the Elks as they creep towards the Redblacks 10. And Glenn, you've done all these games already this weekend. We've seen some offenses have success really early in football games, and this is Edmonton doing it again.
Very impressive, and and not surprising. I mean, remember, this is Trevor Harris back with his former offensive coordinator, Jamie Allen.
Harris, he'll have Wilder in behind him. 2 targets to his right. Harris, Wilder trying to push ahead, and the Redblacks are going to stop him.
Anticipates his receivers' breaks, gets the ball out of his hands quickly. 1-2, bang, gone.
Darrell Walker in and out of his hands.
Second, when you're trying to find a little seam, little slant here, and watch the peak upfield just as the ball is about to hit his hands. Fundamentals, kids, got to lock it in, make sure, see that little peek to the right.
Harris was 4 for 5 on the opening drive. 2 of those completions to Darrell Walker. He's got 11 yards so far. Here's Harris.
Let's
Pressure
go.
Coming, and they got him at the 20. He is.
I don't care what league you're talking about. That was the best kick returner in the game of football.
I golfed with kids a couple years ago. I think he's told me he could probably still run a 4.54.
Eagles, Evergreens, Evergolds, Eclipse. I like the Elk Hounds, and I like the Eagles, and I like the Elks. Those were my 3 favorite. Kind of leaning to the Eagles. They decided to go with the Elks, and I love it.
2nd and 6 here for Harris. Tried to dump it off. Bounced up in the air. Dangerous for
Mike Jones and then Shai Ross. I mean, weapons, including this guy, James Wilder.
Wilder will take it. A little bit of a counter there.
Play action as the game goes on, but Wilder had such a great camp, they want to feed it.
2nd and 8 from the Elks 32. Here's Harris. Going to be pressured. Spins away. And
accelerate into the hole, and then you run 50 yards. And he said that was leading the young guys to finish plays.
He was ecstatic about it. Elizondo couldn't stop smiling when he talked about it. A shovel underneath. And that'll be pushed ahead just inside.
And it should open up some intermediate stuff.
4 targets to the right this time for Harris. He's got a little bit of time. That's Jones again for the words. Another legitimate weapon for Trevor Harris.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess
now 2nd and 19 for Trevor Harris. Now from his own 53 here with just under 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball game tied at 3. Harris dumps it off. Wilder, his 2nd catch of the game. He's going to be gobbled up right at midfield. And they'll stop him there.
So now 1 each. Dustin, one big play by Ottawa.
Noise on his way into training camp with that video. But if you talk to the coach, you talk to the quarterback, they'll tell you, boy, he was humble. He paid attention, was one of the fastest learners in training camp, one of the hardest workers.
A lot of cookies and made a bigger mess than he did doing the flip. And Ryan Rashog said he might actually try that in the second half today. So we'll see if he can do it.
So athletic. Like, the sky's the limit for a guy like that. The body control. I mean, that's what you're looking for. He's down. That's what he has. That's what he possesses. So see it on display tonight.
Returned 19 kicks in 5 games that he played last year as well. And there he is. Instructions from the Ottawa 45. He's completed 5 passes in a row. Can he make it 6?
Oh, look out.
Wilder got underneath it.
There he is. And he pattern reads this route. Watch him jump it. He's coming up, and then he went inside about 4 steps too far. Got Darrell Walker down inside of the short field.
Sean White hit from 52 earlier in this quarter, so keep that in mind. Monty Edwards, and he stays up on his feet. Harris, 3 receivers to his left. Looked like he wanted to take a shot, dumps it off to Wilder.
The deep ball that was incomplete, but they pushed it down and planted a seed in the head of the defensive backfield. So keep going underneath. The defense keeps moving closer to the line of scrimmage.
They start from their own 27, back to Wilder. Wilder waiting, trying to bounce outside. He got popped.
Okay.
That was Maponga who came.
Physicality here. Let's listen in.
Maponga grew up in Zimbabwe, moved